Hello. I think I'm on. Yeah, I am on. I am on. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, my people? What's going on? It's been a while. It's been a while. Been a while. Yeah, I've just been chilling in my dungeon. I mean, with everything going on. I mean, mentioning dungeon stuff. I mean the good stuff. Like I'm just chilling in my backyard. You know what I mean? I've been chilling in my crib, in my house, just doing my thing. You know what I mean? With my son, and taking care of my son, being a good father, and trying to do something crazy, just doing something cool, just being a normal human being like everybody else, you know what I mean? I mean, whew, it's been a long time though. I miss being here. I miss being live. Kind of cool, You take a break and then you come back and you say, "What's poppin', my people?" Yeah, I'm going to do another Evolution from Within podcast at some point. I think I have some videos I want to upload and put out there for us. And then, you know, something has been trying to get me to come back here and just talk to you all. And really, I got nothing to say. I got nothing to really talk about. But I'm talking about Dome. Let's talk about spirit. Let's talk about spirit. There's this podcast I watch like almost religiously. I need to get the name of this podcast seriously. I'm gonna get the name of the podcast at the end of the day for y'all. And there was this channeler that came through, and she asked the person doing the interview, like, I love the dude, I love the lady, I need to remember names. Sometimes I just don't give a about remembering stuff. But it comes when I need it. I just like to kind of limit my attention to just now so I could get used to being in the now, and my mind don't carry me away to the past, because it doesn't really exist and it's a whole lot of energy waste. I feel it as heavy as soon as I go to the past. It gets heavy. But once I have like a nostalgia, I start remembering the good times, something great, and then that brings some kind of excitement. I enjoy that, but that's like pleasure. But going from bliss and being in the now to pleasure, it's two different variants. Bliss is more lighter. It's more, it's if you can calculate it in money or gold. I mean, it's got more, you got your peace, you got your butter about anything, right? But going to the past and catching your nice memories and pleasure, that's cool. So basically I try to lock up from that, and then the future, it's like thoughts come. What are you gonna do about these? What are you gonna do about that? That's the future. Also, that packs. That's heavy as well. It'll be heavy. So I can sense this, and I'm like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I just want to stay. But then here comes a time where it's necessary for me to think. Okay, what am I gonna do? Like today, I have to go to the studio and go master some songs that I want to release. So it's like, you got to do some kind of homework. You can't just show up in the studio like, yo, what up, guys? What's going on? I have my hard drive here. Whatever you. At least I want to be prepared, because studio time, you're paying money and shit. You know what I mean? For some audience, life is restricted. Okay, has been restricted. Okay, that's fine. I don't want to add products. You just restricted my life, and you're telling me to add. Well, you didn't restrict my real life. You restricted your life that I'm using here, which is artificial intelligence life, which is technology, which is beautiful. Thank you so much. Content. So no. What content are you talking about? What content do I have? My hair? The calories? No, this is like the ones and zeros. Like we used to use that to tell the Akashic records back in Africa. And then we also use it for money. We started that money system, and we had the carries right there. So that, I like the energy in my hand because my ancestors wanted to be there. And this one, is it this one? Is that what you're restricting? Or is this my prayer beads you're restricting? My meditation beads? Peace, love, and bliss, happiness. I love you all. So basically, what were they restricting? Encourage your viewers to share your live and invite more friends. Okay, you can share the live, invite more friends. That's okay. I appreciate it. I love you. I'm just getting here. So whoever wants to catch up and see me, whoever kind of likes and follow, I thank you, and thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for giving I don't want to use swear words, so about me that I exist. Thank you for that. And actually, while I'm doing this work, I was listening to the songs I want to master and stuff, and just going through some of my catalog. And while I said I'm gonna come live, and hold on, two things are trying to come to my head. This is a thing. Okay, I'm gonna play the song for you guys. I'm gonna play one song for you guys. This is a song I really like. And the question is, well, the lady asked this interviewer the question. See how I digress? What do they call that? They call it names this time. I don't know what it is. She asked the guy, how is your spirit? Well, I'm asking you guys. Same question. How is your spirit? Do you know your spirit? Are you in tune with your spirit? I can tell you about my spirit. What's that? Hey Ryan, hey Charles, and there's a lot of people who joined. Hello, how you guys doing? Hey, cool. Nice to see you. Much love to you. Love, peace, and happiness to you, to all of you. This one's for peace, an amethyst, and this one's for love, a rose quartz. This one's just a skull. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Amethyst. This has a whole lot. My son loves it. He loves rainbow colors. This one's a rose quartz. Oh, and my curry beads. And this one is a citrine for prosperity. Yay. And I'm meditating. Okay. What do I have? Oh, this is how you say love in Ethiopia. Love. And this is how you say love in China. This is another story. I'll tell you. Those ones, the kind of alien, the Sasani, and the rest, they're Pleiadian and all that. Well, we call them our forefathers, but they help a lot. This is unconditional love flow. This is act, to act. And this right here, transformation, change. And these ones, manifestation, balance, and realize. Okay, so how is your spirit? Do you know your spirit? Let me tell you something about my spirit. Right about now, my spirit is a funny father mucker. I made up another name, a word, because I didn't want to say it the other way. Actually, one of my DJs back in the days, 2000s and stuff, he was like, instead of saying the other one, it's like, you for the mucker. And I love it. So I keep that. My spirit is quite funny now Back in the days, I didn't used to be funny. I was so serious and, all in my head and I gotta get it done. I gotta blah, blah, blah. I'm like, never smile. I don't like this. I don't like this. And then I think I grew older. And maybe I grew wiser. That you live once like this, and life is short. So even if you're gonna live 150 years or 100 years, which is a very short time, it kind of goes like that. There's everything else is vanity. You don't take anything away, and it's kind of like a beautiful game you're in. But I mean, it can be taken seriously because you want to do some things, you want to create, you want to build. That's fine, but at the end of the day, you just play with everything. So if you have this playful energy with life, you get to enjoy it more. And if you can see comedy in most things, you would benefit a lot. First of all, it's going to heal you from a lot of things. Depression is bye-bye, you don't even get there. Because you could look at things in perspectives and quickly get out of the box of suffering. It's like for you to see something and to be able to go past it. It's huge, and it's not easy for us to do. And the challenges, we see them as difficult. But if you could see it as, I'm just here. I'm here as a gift, and for me to just even breathe this air is something that I got to appreciate. So if something crazy happens to me that I didn't like, I would say, well, oh well, it's just part of the thing that's going to make me grow. So I need to find a way to be able to laugh and bring comedy to that. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I know your spirit. What's up, Carrie? I'm just trying to read these things now. I wasn't reading it before. Carrie, good one. You called me. Your spirit called my spirit. I like that. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Intuition. I picked that up. I wasn't too much in my mind, right? I was before, and then Carrie called me. You very powerful, Carrie. Let's see if somebody else wrote something. Uh-oh. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I just want to go through this a little bit so I can respond to anyone in case they ask me any question. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna invite guests, those ones who really want to come on. I already know. Wonderful, wonderful. That's cool. How you doing? Damn, been a long time. All right, I want to play this song. I wrote this song 2004. I wrote this song, and I think when I get in the space to pick up lyrics and melodies and songs, what comes to me are things that would still make sense and people can still relate to years after years after years after years. So most of my songs still, when you listen to them, you're like, wow, that's still relevant, right now. So I'm not even saying they're my songs. They're spirit song. There's everybody's song because I'm just the conduit to get it at that moment and put it together and bring it out to this world. I've had songs in my head that I've even half written that I did not have time to finish up. And then I go to a performance, I go to a show, and then I see this artist on the stage performing the same song. I kid you not, the same song I've written like half or quarter. I was showing this artist like, look at this, look at it, and but I had some different words. He had some different words, but the melodies were like the same, and we were going towards the same angle. That showed me that the consciousness, spirit, everybody's spirit is the same, and it's the same space. So whoever is ready to pick whatever up from the human oversoul collective would pick it up and would bring it forth for humanity. So I was lazy. I wasn't doing it. So somebody else was ready, and that the person channeled those information, and that song was born. That person brought that song, and I was so happy. I was at first I was jealous, Like, what the hell? I'm like, dude, you were supposed to do it. You didn't do it. So, I mean, you should be happy somebody did it. It's not for you. I don't think anything here on this earth is for me or is for anybody else. When we all try to claim things here, it's can be laughable when you know about dreams and you know that this reality is kind of like a dream. But if you don't know that, then that's okay. Let's not go too esoteric. So basically, this song I'm gonna play first. I'm also rehearsing before I go into the studio, if you guys don't mind. Oh, I got messages. Yay! What's up? What's up? Who's saying something? What song was I gonna play? I'll play right now. I'll play right now. Hold on. Tails. Yeah, I want to play Tails. There we go. Yeah. Can you hear that? Get that. Then I got spotted, just like roaches in the projects. Running as the only black woman in the outlet. The peeps on that day couldn't understand it. A little kid thought I came from another planet, but that's irrelevant. Ain't no different from a white. It takes a gentleman to flee and walk away from a fight. African ladies come a doubling for a new lifestyle, quick to reach the limelight, two in a hurry. It's funny cause some of them are ruining their tummies, but they don't want to be an island, pushing a buggy. I know a lot of girls who wait to put their lives on probation. Some of them running away from female mutilation. While you struggle for the meal to take home, I'm a living proof you can raise your baby alone. I don't wanna keep on running. You're living in the world where you bound to tell a tale. I wanna talk about it. I don't wanna fool around it no more, so let's talk about it. Retarded, man. See, this world is getting retarded. That was like 2004. But they blame it on white peeps. Civil Africans who did their money, so the soul peeps were not equal. It all started from the bicycle. He conquered Africa, riding on a bicycle. Wasn't risen from my late great grandfather. White full of hate to make you bang, so I bang harder. He told me when I came, everybody was his place, living a high priest. Saying the devil bought the white race. From the bush, they started marching as they started coming. Everybody knew they fought the so they started bombing, tackling and using black magic. They battered and battling. Kids got the boost of adrenaline. They fought harder with the melanin. They couldn't marinate the herbs and they using it for medicine. The high priest said to the king, the devil will be coming again. Running the prayer with the devil has been casted away. So why don't we talk about it? I was actually talking about when the British came to my village in Edo State, Agbada Kingdom, and how they were preparing themselves to fight the British, to fight colonization. That was what I was talking about. So my time, the top of man, I made a piece of my mind. With less time than I can make a brother torn scavenger. Imagine that. Let me take you back to Africa. I'm talking about a brother, man, called Isaac. His life diaries is spitting fire from his iris. He always wanted would have lived to see another day with the hunger. Couldn't listen to his mother, praying for a better life, money and food. Why did his sister had to die just for telling the truth? Then the brother on the street started talking booth like beef. Our brother must have got it confused. He's in a secret university caught with no sedative. It repetitive, it can make you hear no remedy. Wondering why a brother come testing him with suffering dudes. Give him a bit of the adrenaline, still punching him, he hit the head with a stick. I don't believe the way the fell on his knees, he got the brother on the ground. Then he started kicking with mad peeps around, but I guess he wasn't thinking. He ain't sleeping, man, he dead. Then the passerby said, you don't keep brother now. Started calling him a murderer in his neighborhood. Father telling the kids, don't play with him. I'm warning you. What would you do if this happened to you? This is true story and it hit the 9 o'clock news. I don't wanna keep on running. You're living in the world where you bound to tell a tale. You gotta tell your story, man. Everybody gotta tell your story. This is like you got the movie. You're all living your own movies, and you got the beginning, the middle, and the end. You're gonna have that, and everybody is a star in their story. We need a revolution. That's my younger sister. Voice of an angel. I just love her voice. You know, his memories left to stay in my mind. So I wanna talk about it. I remember writing this chorus, and when we did the instrumental, Biorhythm did the instrumental. The instrumental, he used Nina Simone. There was some sampling of Nina Simone, and you know, I just that was just coming to me like, I wanna talk about it, I wanna feel about it, that is getting retarded. I wanna talk about it, I wanna feel around it, I wanna keep on going. This is how melodies come. You know, and I'm like, then I kept doing it and doing it. Like, so the lyrics started putting that together. You know, I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. This was getting retarded and blah, blah, blah. And then everything got together, you know. So I was singing that, and this was before my sister actually joined me. You know, you haven't heard it? Or maybe it's the way I delivered it. That's why you haven't heard it like that. But if you haven't heard it, then it's new to you, because that's what I'm saying. You know, when these songs come, you know, people would listen to it for the first time, and it's like, you know, it's like, wow, I haven't heard that before. That's cool. You probably have heard it before. It changes. The time has changed. The matrix have changed. You've changed. I've changed. The song has changed. All signature frequencies have changed. So everything is new. Everything is always new, really. So I like that. Cool. That's it. You know, I wanted to share that song with you guys. I just came up like, what am I gonna do? I just feel like coming up live, and yo, what's up, D Money? I got to put you on live. What's popping? Before I get to the studio, this is D Money. D Money, what's up, D Money? D Money. You know, yeah, there's another song I wanted to play. I actually don't have the song we did, D Money. Jeez, we got like 2 tracks coming up. We're working on them. We're working on how to release them and what we're gonna do with great songs. And D Money helped me. See, I'm a writer, right? It comes like, you know, like I've never had writer's block. Not because I'm trying to say, you know, that's just my status, right? Now I have AI, and AI can write a song in 2 seconds. And I'm like, what? At first, there was this ego I had, right? This ego, like, geez, what the hell? People like me, we have, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know, it's better. AI, you can write a lot of songs for me. But, you know, once you start breaking that egoic construct, not the virgin ego, the psychological ego that feels identity, it is separate from everything else, and you know that it owns stuff. When I broke away from that more than 15 years ago, it allowed me to enjoy other things. It allowed me to enjoy other people's geniuses. And you know, I would go for collaborations with songwriters, and we would write songs together. Or like, you know, I practice how to let that ego go and just have this neutral virgin self identity that is for all, you know, all connected. So this was the first time D Money was the first writer, talented writer, that will actually write for me and say, you know, look at this song, you know, the hook and the, you know, the lyrics of the melody, and then my rap. I will always write my rap. I think I leave that one for myself. I don't know. That ego doesn't go away, but for songs like hooks, you know, and then I kind of do it in my own way, and then I was so happy when D Money loved what I did, and then we got this song coming out, and you know we've done couple like that as well. So let me invite, see if he can come on. What's the time? I still got time. This is 5 o'clock. All right, so I invited him. Invitation sent. This, guys, I would always still be learning this stuff. The first time I came on live was like 2 or 3 years, 4, whatever years ago. I said, I'm new, guys. Blah, blah. I would always say that excuse. So just excuse me. Because I'm new every time I go everywhere. Tomorrow I'm going to be a new human being. Actually, when I get to the studio, I'm going to be a new human being. Everything is recycled every second. Sorry, that's just the way it is for me. Um, Not a music. Perfect. I like that. Oh, cool. All right. I'm going to play another song for you guys. What I wanted to say, like, you see, when I wrote Tales and I will get on stage to perform Tales or other songs, back in the days, hip hop will write, and then there was a lot of curse words. I don't want to say them, but there was a lot of curse words, and it was part of hip hop. It was like you got to put the rap that way and put a curse word here to propel that. But I realized, I was young. I was like 19, 20, 21. So I realized while I was on stage, before performing, there were these kids, I don't know, from 9 to like 13 or 14. They were so crazy about hip hop. They were, I was signing autograph. They were like so madly in love with the art and what we were doing, because some of them were dancers, b-boys and whatnot. So I was performing on the stage, and there was a lot of them. There was a school. There was, and I realized I just could not say the curse words in front of them. I just couldn't. So I started bleeping my own thing while I was on stage. Do the remaining and bleeping again. And then when I got to the end, I was like, geez, Stone or Harris or whatever my name is these days. I think it's Stone Jezreel. What is it these days? Stone Jezreel. Anyways, guys, I got like 21 names, like Solomon, Asegeme, Anogena, Ateda, Enahoro, and I remember Shegun, Harris Ahmed. I don't think I could remember all of them. But anyways, it got me thinking that you have a lot of vocabulary, Mr. Writer. Like you got this. You don't need these curse words. And then again, you start bleeping it because you feel ashamed to put that out. You're supposed to be a role model to these little kids, and their parents are right there, and then you're putting all this type of, I was like, nah, I gotta curb that in some kind of way. So I started cleaning up my lyrics, my rap and stuff like that. This was before I went fully conscious. I was still sort of like a conscious rapper, but I was still doing that. So I kind of cleaned that up. So if I'm performing on stage, I don't have to be bleeping, hey, A, B, C, D. I just go and I do that, and then I feed off the fans, the people watching me, and then I could play with them in the moment and improvise and act, because I love acting. Kerry, don't we love acting? We love acting. Ryan the Rocket, what's that? Okay. Cool. They say they got me 2 restrictions. All right, whatever. This world is restricted anyways. We come with our stuff. Some people were saying, this world is not balanced. This world is not balanced. So you got to bring the balance to the world. And that's what everybody is trying to do. But how do you do it? Like, most people want to justify justice, an eye for an eye. That's the type of balance some people are in. But I think we can do better than that. I think we can go beyond that as a human evolution, and have the balance within ourselves, whereby we are a wholesome consciousness, where it doesn't matter what somebody else does, and then we don't have to retaliate to balance out there. If you come balanced already, I come down here, I'm balanced. You do whatever, I just smile. It don't bother me, because I'm balanced. There's nothing you could take from me, and there's nothing you could really give to me. You can pay me compliments, I will appreciate it, but I don't really need the compliments. But because you're giving it to me, I got to appreciate you. I mean, you took that effort. You value me. I mean, that's love. You showed me love, and I got to show you back, and even give you more because you showed me love, But if you didn't show me love, it'll be the same. I'll still show you love. Even if you show me hate, I'll show you even more love, because I know you need the love. Because you ain't really got it. That's why you're showing me, hey, you can only give what you have. So if you're showing, hey, that's what you have. You can't squeeze an orange and get apple juice, my people. You know, you can't. So you got to be able to follow. Oh, this next song, you got to. My role models are Buddha, Jesus Christ, Muhammad, uh, Vishnu, Krishna. Um, beings that have showed us ways, examples to live within unconditional love. Those are my role models. And there are some of them still alive right now. And I could say them, but I just don't want to go into them. People say, oh, he's not. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't mind. But I just don't want to bring that up for people. So I leave that out. Some of them are here, and I would follow that path in line until I'm out of here. And I have a part of me, which is my spirit. I say, how is your spirit? Do you know your spirit? My spirit is complete, it's perfect, it's that, it's God. And your spirit too. You don't have to believe me, but that's what I'm saying. But there is a part of me that is not perfect, it's imperfect. And that part will keep changing and evolving and growing. And that's the part of me that I'm teaching, I'm schooling on how to live within unconditional love, without any judgment. That's that part of me that goes there, dances with everybody, blah, 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 and sees atrocities and has to learn how not to judge it. Sounds tough, because it is, right? But that's my path. That's what lights me up, and that's my backbone. And then the things in my front, one I would have mentioned, I want to open up another kind of worm, and creational stuff, music, acting, and playing and having fun in my own way. You know what I mean? What's this? Welcome to TikTok. What's up with you? What are you saying? What am I supposed to be reading? Am I supposed to be reading anything? Introducing superfan, blah blah blah. Okay, it's 5 o'clock. I'm good. What's this? Right. Encourage viewers to share your life. I've done that already. TikTok. I encourage the viewers to share your life, my life, our life. Yeah. Invite more. Oh, okay. I got it. Oh, the trap view is more like it has some meaning for the times too. Oh yeah, cool. What's up, Noah? You good? You what? You what? Okay, you came to get your phone. Yes. All right. I'll be leaving like in an hour. Oh, okay. Yeah, or an hour and a half. Yeah. You hungry? It's not. It's okay. He's playing with his games and and all the things they do. And then I look at them so attached to the technology, and I can't judge them. That's the thing I'm trying to say. Because I remember when he was born, he was just a baby. And I needed a babysitter. So I put the iPad in front of him. And I was like a babysitter. So, wow. So how can I blame him? How can I blame the addiction when I put the iPad in front of him and he goes with the iPad as a baby? So obviously that's that's the generation, that's the digital generation. Just think of their body and everything that technology is part of it. That's how I do it. So that's how they have fun. And that's a beautiful thing. You want everyone to have fun. Oh, good boss. What's up? Still got that call. I'm preparing to go to the studio, but once I get to the studio, we'll make that call and we do that. Let me put this live on and see what's up. All right, I'm gonna play this other song. Oh yes, for sure. The world is a stage, balance of care and not care of judgment or opinion. Yes, sir. Yes, mom. Sorry, Carrie. 100%, my dear. 100%. Let me play this other song. This song, before I play it, Before I play this song, it's about, let's see this world as the darkness, the dark world. This is darkness, right? We came to the dark. And when I say we are actually light. We are actually the light that came to this dark world so we can light it up. So this song, my angle in this song was that. And while I was writing the hook, that was the angle. Put me in the darkness, I would shine. So I'm gonna play this song and then we go through it, and I think we go through my rap as well. I'm trying to remember, shining as a lighthouse, even though I'm cast away. My ego psychological mind, I make it pass away, which means, I want to be shining like a lighthouse. I want to be a lighthouse where I light other people and help other people to light their lights, in this dark world, because we do know this world is really dark. Man, well, we got to be the balance. We got to bring the balance, and we got to be the light, and even though I'm cast away, so you can cast me away, I could cut that. It's fine. My ego psychological mind, that's the mind that judges, the mind that wants to, don't judge that mind, because that's what that mind was for, just to sort things out and to balance things. You know, I want to, when I say pass away, its time is done. It's done its job. I'm no longer in the caveman era. There are no dinosaurs chasing me anymore. I don't need that survival aspect anymore. So I wanted to pass away so the new things can come on. So let me play this song without further ado. Okay. Just an instant, I would put me in the darkness. I would see, I would be. Give me just an instant, I would love. Put me in the darkness, I would see. I would be. Woo! That's what I'm trying to say. Let me go this way. Alright. I'm trying to get to my rhymes. First of all, I gotta pay respect to my homeboy. We did this song together, collaboration. Yeah, Itari, we got you. MJ, how is France? He went to Paris, so I know he had a wonderful time. I will check up on him and see how he's doing. I don't know if he's back. So we did the song together. It was actually his idea. He got the instrumental. We got that from Joe Chad. I think he was doing some things with him, and he was like, "What do we do?" And he had these lyrics, and I'm like, "Okay, let me come with this chorus." So I came with that chorus, and I put it in that way, and then he had his verses on it, and then I had my verse on it. All right. Me just an instant, I would love. Put me in the darkness, I would see. Even in the distance, I would be. Yeah. I'm shining like a lighthouse. Even though I'm cast away, my ego psychological mind, I make it pass away. A virgin mind like Buddha or Christ. Bad comes with consequences. Paying the price. I'm living a life. But some say I'm ditching a life. Figure of time. None of the game for nickel and dime. I gotta stop that, man. I gotta put this. I gotta put a pause on this. Just what I mean. I'm living a life. See, I'm not in the game for nickel and dime. I am doing music so I could get some. I'm not starving or whatnot. I didn't get into music so I could be, hey, I want to be on top and be Jay-Z, or I want all the money, I want to live the luxury life and all that. My childhood was balanced. I had all that. So I'm into the music because it's my soul. It's my soul. Music is part of my soul. I'm part of music soul. So I would create, I would bring things out, and I would just, and my spirit will be enlightened. My spirit will push me. We gotta bring this song out. We gotta bring that song out. We gotta write this, and we jubilate when we do that. when it's written, when it's out there, and then when we present it to people, and then we're performing it to people, and then we're listening, and other people are listening, and it's, that's why I'm in the game. All the other things are beautiful. When you get accomplishments, this is beautiful. I appreciate it. If I get awards or whatever, I appreciate it. If I get a lot of money, I appreciate it. I use it, I put it back in, so that's wonderful. But I had to say, none of the game for nickel and dime. Yes, there is. All right. To be put forward, extended to something. I see. Oh, okay. Cool. I like that. I like the suggestions. Michael, yeah, you got it. MJ, Michael and Tyree. That's our brother right there. Yep. D-Money, I got you, bro. Let's do this. So I'll go back to my rap and stop interrupting myself. Like the men so better, that's the way my ego sight. I'm falling in love with my Naija people, what's up? Much love to you. I would love my Naija people. I would give me just an instant. I would love. Give me in the darkness. I would see. I would be. Instance, I would love. Put me in the darkness, I would see. In the distance, I would. My son was wondering why my hair is so long. I've been using it for a mic. Shining like a lighthouse. Even if I'm cast away, my ego psychological mind, I make it pass away. A virgin mind like Buddha and Christ. Good or bad comes with consequences, doing it. I'm living a life, but some say I'm ditching it. Not in the game for nickel and dime. Don't say you can't go with this old school rap. Rap is enlightenment, so better bring the old school back. Prepare for destruction and doom. I'm leaving the room to be in a cow to jump over the room. Asking everybody what really, come on, can really tell me, cause the feeling is mutual. When world governments prepare for destruction and doom, I'm leaving the room. I'm being the cow that's gonna jump over the moon. Look, they could do all that. That's their world. It's oil and water. Don't touch my world. I'm gonna send love. I'm gonna send resolution. In my world, war is nonsense and it don't make none. So, war, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. What's that song? Russia. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And this is happening right now. So we gotta actually not judge it. We gotta be able to see it and say, okay, that's not what we want. It's a choice. And energy is very powerful. Your energy is powerful. So just pull love and resolution and see the world in peace. Whenever you see a news or something that has war or all these type of things happening, there's a reason you're seeing it. So you could bless it and wish for the opposite and wish for what we want on planet Earth. I know we say peace to planet Earth, but we got to bring the peace, and we are the peace. You got to have that peace within you. And then your peace would resonate and go out. And the more of us that have that inner peace, the more peace we're going to get in the world. Because if I have inner peace and you're doing something, I don't judge you. I just walk the other way. I just created a peaceful resolution. But if I don't have inner peace, you don't get peace. You want trouble. You don't get joy. And you do some shit, man, I'm going to show you that I ain't got no inner peace. I'm going to tear you up. But if I got inner peace, I'll just forgive. I'm like, that's and I'm moving on. So the more of us that are like that, you're going to make more people in peace, and we're going to make decisions in peace, and that's one thing on that. I'm going to go back to it. Sorry, I'm interrupting myself, but I kind of have to. All right, let's hear that again. Ooh, move to another song, but I'm not doing that yet. Okay. After this one, still was shining like a lighthouse. Yeah, I make it pass away. A virgin mind like Buddha of Christ. Good or bad comes with consequences, paying the price. I'm living a life, but some say I'm ditching a life. Figure of time's not in the game for nickel and dime. Some say you can't go further with this old school rock. Rock is enlightenment, so better bring the old school back. When world government prepared for destruction and doom, I'm living a room to build a cow, jump over the moon. Keep asking everybody what's really the truth. No one can really tell me, cause the feeling is mutual. I'm gonna take the chances to believe, and that's real. Let me be, let me be, let me be. Yeah. Let me be, let me be. My dear, that's how it is. Been a long time since I come live, and I think I had a wonderful time. Carrie, I love you. Mama oh fight. I don't know how to pronounce it. You tell me how to pronounce it the next time. Yeah, that's my boy MJI. See me aiming to be changes as I shoot my bow. Drinking my Kool-Aid, calling them my chill and flow. My Kool-Aid, I try to hustler. Give a run home to listen to your mother. And I'll be smoking weed to those pointing the finger. Just to mean your very opinion. Don't judge the dude, man. But I'm an MC. I would see. Yeah. Maybe just an instant I would love. Hieroglyph. Love. You got it in there, in the middle right there. I love you. You can see it. There we go. They may be upside down. I don't know. Woo. Love. Another love. Will you put that down? I swear to God, I'ma take. Come on, that frown. Baby, turn around. I like the way you're shaking and moving it like. Listen to the sound. Cause I'm the found you. Knew that I would never be the. Even though I love got a little bit of fatness. Little did I know that it would all turn to madness. Metaphors got them calling me your highness. Let us make this vintage lodge. There you go, finance. Sipping champagne out of bar with the finance. Make a try for ya. I use my Nokia. Move you from Las Vegas to California. Will yo, bush kind love. The kind where they make big man look. Will yo, bush kind love. This was a beautiful song me and my sister did back in the days. You know, when we were rocking Nigeria, Nigeria and all those TV stations. What was that? MTV Base and all. It was like a long time ago, man. Hey, I really had fun. I gotta get ready for the studio now. Go doing some mastering some songs that I did with my first rap group. My first or only rap group I ever had. This is when I started doing music. Even before I started doing music. Oh, Sky always danced to that song as a baby. Cool. Nice. Wonderful stuff. You see, before I started doing music, I had a friend, Biorhythm and Joe Chad. They used to walk security back then, and then we'd see each other in the clubs or whatever. And they'll tell me about the song, the song they were doing, their raps and everything. And then I'll listen to it. I was a music head, but I was never writing music. And then I'll listen to it and I'm like, Wow, that's good. I like that. So they always gave me because they knew I knew what I was talking about. I never wrote nothing before, any rap, but I kind of knew it in a way. They knew I knew it, and then I would do that, and then something happened to me. The first time ever in my life, I felt what they call depression, and I didn't. I was like, "Is this depression?" I felt like, you know, whatever everybody in. That was crazy. I'm like, no, no, not me. So I went back to doing what I used to do when I was a kid. I used to just write stories if I felt sad or it went down, and that lifted me up, and I was so happy and forgot about it. So I went to do that. I started writing, and it's some kind of magical thing, therapy that happens when you bring out whatever it is and you put it on pen and paper, or when you bring it out, it heals you. So I realized writing the story, I'm like, no, no, I could actually rhyme. I could do this. What was I afraid of? I was afraid of ridicule, judgment, and all that kind of thing, and I wrote a rap. I wrote a rap for the first time, and recited it to myself. I'm like, this is cool. This is cool. And then I did. I did that. I showed that to my sister, and then I realized I could do. I had some good because she said it was good, right? So I went to meet Joe Chad. Like, Joe, man, I got a surprise for you. So I want to come to your studio. Say, okay, come on, rate my songs and everything. They had an album, like, yeah, they were happy. He didn't know I had something for him. Like, I'm like, so I was in the studio hearing their songs and stuff, and saying, this is cool, this is cool. You should have done that there and there. Yeah, the Genesis Clan. You got it. Genesis Clan. This is how Genesis Clan started, and how I started. I got to say how I started, before we even formed Genesis Clan. And so Joe was in a band with Biorhythm. Biorhythm is the one that actually did the instrumental for Tales, the song you heard, the first song you heard. Biorhythm created that instrumental, and he recorded it. He did. He was the producer for that. He produced that song, beat maker and producer. So I was in Joe's studio, and after everything, I said, Joe, can you throw me a beat? Dude said, like, really? You want a beat? I'm like, yeah, I just want to sample something. I wrote something. Like, really, you wrote? So he brought a beat, and I went on the mic and I started, rapping for like 3 minutes or whatever. And it's like, damn, you're good. I'm like, really? I'm good. I'm like, my sister said, I didn't believe her. Yeah, you're good, but that's not how to write a song. You know what I mean? This is like just bars. Where's the chorus? Like, it's too long. Put it here. You got like 2 songs or 3 songs. I'm like, oh, really? So he taught me how to kind of arrange it back in the way, the hip hop way. You have the 16 bars and the 2-bar chorus or 4-bar chorus, and then a bridge or whatever. So that's how I started, and then I was recording with him, and then he was like, he's trying to put a band together. I'm like, yeah, why don't we were recording together, Shagaru, MC Mighty, Joe Kama. We were all recording at Joe Chad's studio, so we all just came together, let's do this together. We're all brothers and stuff. And hip hop in Ireland was really Dublin wasn't, there was none like us in Dublin then. And when we came out, we were actually, we got to like RTE1, RTE2. We're doing Don Larry festivals. We were out there. We were like the rappers, so we did bring out, I think we started in 2002, and the whole thing collapsed around 2005, I think. So we lasted for like 3 years. So we called ourselves the Genesis Clan. And what we now did, the album we now did, we named it Apocalypse. Talk about irony. It's not irony. This all these things are written. It's all there. We were actually predicting our end. We were like, we're the beginning of this type of crew in the Republic of Ireland, because we were kind of like the beginning. There weren't people of Nigerian origin, and then Irish origin, and Cote d'Ivoire, South African, and Zimbabwe. Who else was there? We had this thing going on. So we named it Apocalypse. I'm like, geez. And 3 years later, we were done. So really, we sold the albums in places, back in the days how they did it. It wasn't digital. Some of the songs came out in mixtapes, but the rest of the songs never got digitalized. And this is the thing. So the album is coming out now, and it's going to be on Spotify, so you guys can copy it. If you know your Irish hip hop, you better know your Irish hip hop history. Genesis Clan, we were there 2002, and then there were a few other groups coming up at that era, but we were kind of prominent at that point, in Dublin, Unity True Music. Yes, I love it. That's what's up. Yeah, we were unified, if you want to say. So till today, we're all still brothers. Rest in peace to MC Mighty. Just one of us up there, an angel looking after us. And then we all got kids. We're all family people, but we're still doing what we're doing in our own ways. You know what I mean? So, hey, beautiful day. I got to get to the studio, and it was wonderful doing this live. I hope this was recorded. This is recorded, so I hope to post this in all other social pages, so it's not just the TikTokers that get to enjoy this or just the live. I didn't plan this, but I think it's nice for others to see as well, and to enjoy the flow, and to remember Genesis Clan. A lot of my people and friends, or fans back in the days, they would appreciate that. And so I want you all to know this is happening. Yeah. Peace and love, Carrie and everybody else. Thank you for joining. Stay blessed. Remember to be yourself and be strong and powerful. That know that the true you is your spirit, and this is just the extension in this matrix world, which could be like a dream reality where you are having this story, so this is my avatar in a way, and you have your avatar, when you have games and you choose an avatar, this is it right now, but the true you is back there and helping to direct and play this game. That's why I say, do you know your spirit? So know your spirit more, because that's the real you. And when you clear yourself off the toxins, there are many ways to get toxins in. When you clear that, you'll be able to have this guidance. I get in the corner right here, poop, 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 and that's how I share from my spirit. That's how I get guided. So, I'm very clear. The intuition is sharp at that moment. And meditate. And meditation is just, that's how you get more to become more of your spirit and allow that spirit consciousness to flow out to this world. This is your soul. Your spirit is your soul. That's your main soul. But the spirit side of it is like this physical side of it, but it has all the parts of your soul, like the God, so you want that to flow through. Yeah. So meditating, which is logging off the matrix and thoughts. The matrix is just thoughts, that clears off whatever toxins can come. And a lot of times when I have toxins and I'm detoxifying, when I start meditating, the tears start coming out, because our body breaks toxins by the chemicals. It goes into chemicals and it becomes water. It becomes tears. It becomes sweat. You bring all those things out. This is why when people feel anxiety, the sweat comes out, because his body's anxiety is toxins, and the body's trying to get it out quickly from you, So thinking negatively or heavy creates toxins, because it's going to turn into chemicals and it will go there. And then, of course, the other chemicals that we put in our body, which is alcohol, cigarette, and all that. I'm guilty for that as well. That's why I'm detoxifying right now. So to balance all that, you got to have that. And the food we eat, eat healthy. Right about now, I have hibiscus flower and a lot of vegetables and fruits in it. I have this mix I do when I'm detoxifying. Do that so you can be clear, your antennas can shine and be clear, and your world can be balanced, because you are the light. You're the only one, your spirit. And if the religious want to say God is not just some big dude somewhere sitting on the throne. Nah, it's connected to you. It's right there with you. And that's your soul level. You can say beyond that, yeah? But that's the God you, so that can shine through you. because when you say God is omnipresent, what does that mean? It's like everywhere. Everywhere I'm talking right now, it's God's particle that I'm using to talk. You're listening to me, it's God particle. Even this phone, the cats, the mosquito, the stones, the everything is this is God's property. Everything is God's consciousness that we're using. So you want that to shine through. You want that to come out. And when that comes out, it's beautiful. This is a beautiful dream. Do not make it a nightmare. Enjoy the dream. Make it a beautiful, enjoyable one. And when you wake up, you're like, wow, I had fun in that dream. You can also wake up in the dream, called a lucid dream. So as I'm talking and saying, this is a dream, I'm awake knowing that this is a dream. This is not some woke stuff. They stole that name. I don't know, commercial, whatever. But it's good they made all these things popular so that more people can know to take care of themselves and give themselves self-love and all these analogies, which is great. Awake means to wake up to what we truly are and what you truly are. To wake up to consciousness, to wake up in this dream. So all of us are going to wake up eventually, and that's what people call death. But it's not death. It's kind of waking up from the dream, and then you're fully your spirit that I'm talking about, that I say you should know your spirit. And when you're fully that, you'll be like, whoa, it's just so many people, if you Google and research near-death experience, this is the type of things they're going to tell you, that it felt like they just woke up from a dream. So you do that. Yeah, do this. What's wrong with TikTok? Is giving me things to do. All right. I don't know what is making me do stuff. Okay, I've done it. All right. So basically, wake up. So when people, they say they die. So research NDEs, near-death experiences, and see what they say. Most of them say similar thing. It's kind of like you're waking up. So basically, I'm just giving you my own experience, because out of body experience is the same thing. I do out of body experience, and I'm out of this reality getting into that spirit reality, and then I come back in. This is what you do when you sleep as well. You sleep, you log off from this matrix, you go into the sleep, the dream reality. It's a different virtual reality, so it's a different dream, and then you have different dreams. You practice a lot of things there, a lot of things that maybe you don't have time or leverage to do here, like losing an arm. You grow it back in your dream, like, or you wake up, you don't have, lose an arm, yeah, you need prosthetics and stuff, so there are things that you could do in that dream world when you sleep. So it's kind of like that. But if you're here and you are able to know in action, because sometimes I say this and then I go somewhere and something's happening and I'm actually sleeping in that situation. I'm not awake, because I don't remember all this. I'm like, oh, and I go through it. And then when I come out, I'm like, oh, I said, okay, that was necessary for me, because I needed to, I needed to forget this information so I could fully act. It's kind of like, that's why I love acting. When you're acting, you're in character. If I'm acting and I know it's acting, then it wouldn't really project that real. You guys wouldn't really like it. You'd be like, what is it? That's not acting. The people that can really act, you can see them in the characters, like, shit, that is real. You're carried away. So that's what we came here for, those kind of impactful experience. So that's why we're asleep in it. We need to sleep. The spirit needs to sleep. So have that in that way. But if you are able to get this information to know that you're actually spirit, and it will help you in many, many things. So you will wake up when it's very negative, and you will cushion yourself, and you would empower yourself, inspire yourself, motivate yourself out of whatever bondage and challenges. Namaste, my dear. I love you all. Stay blessed. Bye-bye. Okay. Another challenge. I always do this. How do I log off? How do I log off? I tell you guys a fact. I really don't know how to log off sometimes from this. Pause life? Is that what you do? You pause life? I'm touching it. It's not working. It's not working. Oh, I found it. What? Why? Who hit the button? Look at the button right there in the right corner. Why would they do that to people like me? That I'm not like Einstein or anything. Damn. And like, mwah.